Hello, hi, Assalamualaikum. Year 5 students, so we meet again. Okay, so this is the second part of the video for this week 37. Okay, so let's continue our discussion on the separating mixture, which is the techniques, right? Okay, again, by using the same wall and weave, okay, so you just need to copy the notes and also the picture, okay, in here. Okay, so up to you lah if you want to do the mind map or even just the what the point, okay, also can up to you. Okay, so this second part of the video I will continue about the filtration and evaporation. Okay, actually this topic is quite long, okay, so I just divide into a few part of video. Okay, so this week, okay, in the last part, I mean the first part, just now I just explained to you about the magnetic attraction and decanting, right? So make sure you understand about that thing, okay, about the technique. Okay, so the second part of the video I will explain about the filtration and evaporation. Okay, so after this I will explain about the how when the two or more techniques are combined. Okay, so let's continue. Okay, so the fifth technique, which is filtration. So what is filtration? Okay, so look at here. So before this, we already learned about the decanting, right? So decanting it actually is a same like filtration, but filtration we use filter paper like that. Okay, so look at here. When fine sand is mixed with water, what is a fine sand? Fine sand means like the particle of the sand is quite small. Okay, so before this we use the, for example, I put sand inside the water. Okay, so yeah, you can use decanting to separate the water and the sand, but okay, some of the sand, okay, still can follow the water, right? So why? Because that one is the fine sand. Okay, the particle is like a bit small. Okay, the smaller than other sand particle. Okay, so look at here. So when fine sand is mixed with water, some of the sand particles are suspended in the water. So decanting will not be able to separate the mixture. So the mixture can be separated by filtration. So what is filtration? Filtration here, okay? So filtration is the process of separating small insoluble solid from liquid using a filter. This is the point lah. So use the filter. So that's why we use the filtration. Okay. Again, filtration is the process separating small insoluble solid from a liquid using a filter. Okay, basically the drawing is like this lah. So the important part for this technique, we use the filter paper. Okay, so this is the solid residue. Just now the fine sand. Okay, so this is the filter paper ni. This one is the filter paper. This one. Okay, the blue one here. So this is the glass funnel. Okay. So the blue one here, this is the water. Here the what this one? The triangle shape here. Okay, so you put the filter paper inside the glass funnel. Okay, so you put the water that have the sand just now. Okay, so later the solid residue will here at the filter paper, and then the water will be separated. Understand? Easy, right? Okay, if you refer your textbook, page 27, okay, look at here. Okay, same as just now. Okay, so filtration is the process of separating small insoluble solid from a liquid using a filter. So a filter is a semi-permeable material which only allow some substances to pass through it but not others. Okay, some substances, for example, like liquid lah. Okay, look at here. Number one, the mixture is poured into a filter funnel lined with a filter paper. So a filter paper here, inside here. So this is the filter funnel. Okay, the filter paper allows water but not the sand to pass through. Water is hence separated from the sand. So the sand that is left on the filter paper, this one we call it residue. This one, okay, the sand we call it residue, and then the liquid that drips out through the filter paper is known as filtrate. In this case, the filtrate is water. It is collected in the beaker below the funnel. Yeah, okay. So this one is the filtrate. This one we call it residue. Understand? Okay. Okay. So let's move into the next technique, which is evaporation. Okay, what is evaporation? Okay, if you refer your textbook, page 28, okay, there. Wait. Okay, sugar and salt are solids that can dissolve easily in water to form a solution. The dissolved solid cannot be separated from water by decanting or filtration. Why? Because that one is already dissolved, right? So you cannot already soluble. Okay, so that's why you cannot separate using the decanting or filtration. Okay, decanting and filtration just separate the insoluble material. Okay, so the dissolved solid can be recovered by evaporation. Okay, so still remember what is meant by evaporation. So evaporation is a process in which a liquid changes into gaseous form on heating, allowing the liquid to evaporate, leaving the soluble solid behind. Okay, so basically evaporation is the liquid change to gas. Okay, so they use this technique like this. Okay, for example, okay, so inside the beaker here, I put salt and water. Okay, so and then you stir it, right? So after that, the salt is dissolved inside in the water. So how you want to separate them? Okay, so you use the evaporation. So you use heat in here. Okay, okay, so here is the liquid, right? The salt solution just now. Okay, so when the liquid change into gas, okay, so this one we call it evaporation process. So later the water will be evaporate. So just left the salt. Like that. Understand? So this is how you separate the mixture by using evaporation. Okay, look at your textbook again. So look at here. Salt and other substances may be removed from seawater by evaporation. So this process is called desalination. So through this process, we are able to obtain fresh water for our use. Okay, understand? Okay, so the terms desalination is the removal of salt from seawater. Okay, so make sure you copy this picture. Okay, so I zoom in. Okay, no need to label also okay lah. Okay, just copy from here, mixture of salt and water, and then evaporation process, and then here is the separation of the salt. Okay, after that, right in here. Okay, so that's all. Okay, so all of the technique. Okay, so 2, 4, 6 technique. So that's all for this week. Okay, so we continue later. Thank you guys.